Hey guys, it's me, Liam Catterson here, and here I am sharing this episode of Charmed for you guys. It's episode 18, it's season 8. So yeah, you guys can check out my reaction in the link below in the description and the comments box. So yeah, only a handful of episodes now left to go for Charmed, so quite scary stuff. So yeah, you guys can check out, like I said, this episode, as well as my full reaction to this episode and many more, as well as the fact that also on Patreon, I will have, by the time this video is up, reacted to the unaired pilot. So it will be available for everyone by the time the finale comes around. I'll include that link there. But if you guys do want to check it out early, you can do now. So yeah, but like I said, it will be available publicly by the time the finale is up. So I'll leave a little memo when it does come to the finale. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, hopefully you guys will have enjoyed this episode and enjoyed this reaction. Let us know your thoughts, and yeah, I will see you guys next time. Toodles. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure where things are going to go, because I do imagine Christy is going to be a bit of a lost cause in terms of yeah, she's gonna get vanquished one way or another, probably, because we have this whole interesting dilemma, I would say, in regards to Piper and the possibility she might cross that line. So I would I mean, with Christy, I don't think I would be too mad. I mean, she was just going all out in terms of trying to get the manipulation going for Christy, for Billy, should I say, to be on the Charmed One's agenda. But yeah, it's just very interesting as well. Because I feel like, as much as, I kind of flourished in a sense with Christy being yeeted out the way when, Christy had ammunition. That's it, though. She's going to have that ammunition in terms of, well, she attacked me. And I feel like there could have been a better way of doing things. I feel like if Christy got a bit too hot-headed, Paige should have orbited her away, if anything. So, but I was also thinking when it came to that Noxon demon, well, why don't you question him? Why don't you just why don't you just go and interrogate him and then vanquish him? Like, especially since, of course, with both sisters, they're still gonna be reeling in regards to their parents' death, right? So why don't you be on the agreement? Okay, just let me get some questions out there. Because this piece of shit has caused harm, and and I'll allow you both to have at it. So, yeah. And it's just, it is just really, really rough that with Piper attacking Christy, and of course this focus in terms of returning Leo, there is going to be heavy ammunition against Piper. I mean, that's it. Like, they are kind of digging their own graves in a sense, are the Charmed Ones, because it's not completely unfathomable in terms of Billy, although I feel like Billy is so easily swayed to Christy's side. It's not totally unfathomable for her to be like, yeah, you know what? My sister's right. You're just being selfish here. You're just doing this in an effort to get Leo back. So, yeah. And it's just really, really interesting to see how things might go down in terms of Piper, because are the powers that be what really trying to see if Piper's gonna cross that line in an effort to get Leo back? I'm just thinking, what would Prue say at this moment? So, And I feel like this is a really, really good test. Like, I don't know, it does have a lot of possibility of intrigue in terms of Piper weighing in the options. I mean, even Paige is a bit rattled about the prospect that, yeah, I don't know if you should really be doing this or even entertaining this idea. So, and I say what I imagine, like Prue, like it would be very interesting to see what Prue would have to say because, well, obviously, she would be the older sister, so um, she would have a bit more wisdom. I would say, not to say that Piper isn't wise or anything like that, but I'd say in this scenario, it would be very, very interesting to hear her thoughts in regards to the possibility of, like, especially with this great power and what, you know, with Leo being held, um, or yeah, he's being tucked away for until, you know, this whole ultimate power thing is dealt with. There might be desperate times for Piper, and it would just be very, very interesting to see what others would have to say. So, yeah, because that's it though. I feel like with Phoebe, there was an attempt to try and bridge things, to try and play peacemaker, if anything. So obviously, we as the viewer know that it's not going to work for Christy. It's Billy that's mainly the person of interest because of the fact that, well, Billy hasn't got a pull for, like, she isn't the one trying to manipulate people. If anything, she's the one being manipulated. So yeah. Yeah, so, but it's also, you just got to think about this past season as well in terms of because it's not just an out of the blue situation for this episode specifically. You just got to think in terms of, like, Billy might be thinking about all of the times that they have put off or they have kept this delay in regards to finding Christy. So yeah, it's all about that long build in terms of, you know, you've kind of held me back, and here we are again, holding us back in terms of getting revenge for what happened to our parents, all just because because Leo still is intertwined in this whole situation in terms of finding Christy, you know, prior to, obviously, before episode 15, because there have been occasions where Piper has focused on finding Leo again. And I'd say that Billy has felt the brunt of that at a certain point. So it's all about the long build, I would say. So, yeah. But, yeah, it was very, very interesting stuff to see, like, especially with that dilemma at the end of the at the end of the episode. So it does make for a potentially interesting scenario, but again, I also argue as well that there could have been so much more done to try and not have Billy easily swayed in regards to the fact that Christy could have been orbed away, and then she wouldn't really have that ammunition, really. And I mean, the intent was still to manipulate Billy. It's not like this was the straw that broke the camel's back. I mean, even from the very start of the episode, oh, if Paige got here faster and all of that. So, yeah. But, I mean, that's it. She was like, oh, you know what? This works. This works. So she rolled along with it. So, yeah. But, yeah. It was really, really interesting because, yeah. And I'm just very intrigued to see where things are going to go because Christy is dead in my mind. She's gonna die in some degree. Now, whether Billy does join her in that matter remains to be seen because it depends on if she's gonna, you know, sway back to the light. But I mean, yeah, at the minute she's on Team Christy, so it's like, yay, wonderful. That's going to be fun to deal with, isn't it? Like, if she's actually gonna, you know, see the fact that her sister is evil and all of that. So I imagine she would, but we'll just have to wait and see because I mean they are going to be the ultimate power. So and the charmed ones need to deal with that. So of course, Billy breaking away from that kind of stops that ultimate power, unless, Christy does siphon from Billy somehow and is like, oh, I was using you all this time and now I am the ultimate power. But, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what does happen. But, yeah. I'd say, even, like I said, I'd say even though that what Piper did was, I wouldn't complain necessarily. I mean, yeah, there is a bit of a soft spot for me in regards to Piper, but also Christy had it coming in a sense. At the same time, she kind of lit that spark, didn't she, for Christy? I mean, like I said, Christy was gonna manipulate Billy anyways, one way or another. This was just like, oh, you know what? This works for me really, really well because now I can play victim blaming and I can be like, you know what? Piper did this to me. She attacked me. So, which, she's not wrong. But yeah, so yeah, it's kind of not looking good in terms of Heat against Piper at the minute, but we'll just have to wait and see where things go in regards to if Billy is going to be swayed from Christy and how Christy's going to die. Because, like I said, she's a goner in my opinion. I mean, she's so far in. It's not like she's going to be like, you know what, I was wrong. So, if anything, Billy's going to have that kind of reaction, but yeah. So yeah, and of course the other stories were very interesting. Of course, Coop. Ugh. Yeah. You could see the pain on his face. It's very palpable. And of course he was using Michael as a proxy in regards to addressing his own feelings. But Phoebe's insistence that she's not gonna date anyone magical really kind of threw a spanner in the works for him. So and I would say, I mean, like, I would imagine, if anything, Cupid would just throw, because he's Cupid at the end of the day, Cupid would just go all out and just say, you know what, yeah, you might not want to date anyone magical, but I have these, like, I would just, because at the end of the day, you just never know, I would say. So, yeah, it's like this whole case of do or die, I would say. So yeah, but it's that leap of faith, and yeah, because you would imagine Cupid's got, well, he must have all of the I would say all of the confidence, but he would have a great deal of Cupid of confidence being Cupid and all of that. So even if the odds don't look great for you, just leap of faith. I don't know. You could just see on his face that he was so determined for Phoebe to, or for Phoebe to kind of, well, maybe read the room, like, because there was that moment where I think he thought when she was talking about him when she meant Michael, and you could feel the heartbreak. Like I even said it, can Cupid's hearts break and all of that? So. Because I think he's just did, but yeah, it's rough. It's rough, but I don't know. I mean, she's wanting to take a leap of faith with Michael, so I can see that happening. Obviously, next episode, but I don't know. I'm still on the agreement that Cupid and Phoebe are meant to be, in a sense. But how are we going to do that, like, when there's going to be 3 episodes left by the time we, of course, conclude next episode? So, have to wait and see, won't we? And the whole Paige and Henry thing was really fun as well. So, especially, I just loved Henry's enthusiasm of having this, ability to, he must have felt really, really down when... obviously Paige was removed from him, but it was really, really, like, you could tell that Henry was having the time of his life when he was partaking in the power of Frick. I kind of wanted to see him stick around and deal with the Nox, because I do love his enthusiasm and I do love how all in he is in this whole demon thing. So for him to be like all in when it comes to potentially being a part of the power free, because Paige would be able to do it from inside Henry, it puts a smile on your face, like, especially when he orbs that vial. He's like, you know what, this is cool, this is absolutely amazing. So he's like a kid, but to be fair, it is kind of cool, isn't it? So yeah, but yeah, it will be very interesting to see how these next 4 episodes go. 4 episodes left. I'm not ready. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!